Hi everyone, welcome to EduTap. I hope you all are doing really very good. And this is the NABARD Grade A 2021 Mega Revision Series. And this particular lecture, it is for ARD Static. Alright, so in this particular series and in this particular section of mine, that is ARD Static, we will cover top 100 questions from ARD Static, and these questions, they have been made by thorough analysis of the past or the previous year question papers to have to give you an idea that what kind of questions are asked in exam or what topics they are important from examination point of view. All right, one thing that I want you to know, if you haven't watched our announcement session, that this particular series, it is more of a revision for revision. Okay, so that you have an idea about the level of preparation that you have for now, or what topics you need to brush on, and even if you haven't started preparing yet, what topics you should cover, uh, or you can keep them in top priority. Okay, so there would be less explanation and more of the question and answer round, although I'll give you the explanation what is required to understand that particular question and why is that particular answer there. All right, so I hope this is clear to you all. To our new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you never miss any video, and you can also join to our Telegram channel where you can get free study material and including the PDF of this particular session, which is related to your for your exam point of view. Okay, so this is the current timetable that we are following for the mega revision series, and in this particular thing, from 17th to 28th of August, I'll be taking your ARD static every day at 5 p.m. To cover the top 200 questions which are important from examination point of view. Okay, so now let's start with the question number 1, which says, who is the father of agronomy? See, all these questions, they are basically they belong to the category of introduction to agriculture. So these are the basic things that the examination expect if you are going in that particular genre or field. So hence this particular question that can be asked in your examination, that who is the father of agronomy. And if you talk about the branch agronomy, it is that branch of agriculture which deals with, you can say, the interaction between the crop and its environment. It is much of a broader term. For example, we study irrigation differently, and then we see uh, wait, yeah, okay. So what we do, actually I was unable to look at your comments. Now I can see them. Okay, so what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, agronomy. So agronomy, it is that branch of science which deals with the interaction of the plant with the environment. So it is, you can say, a broader term, that what type of crop is suitable where, or how the irrigation should be or cropping pattern should be. It gives a broader overview. Okay, then we have subsections, many subsections under it. Okay, so the father of agronomy, as everyone says, it is option number 5, that is Pietro de Crescenzi. Okay, if we talk about him, why he is considered as father? Because what he did during his time, he collected all the literatures or data that was available, that was related to agronomy in his book, and the name of the book was what? The name of the book was Opus Ruralium Camodarum. So that is the Latin language in which this particular book has been written. And because he gave us a particular book, a data, how to start this particular, or how to have research in this particular field, and that is why he is known as what? He is known as the father of agronomy. And I hope this particular thing is clear to you all. Now we'll move ahead with question number 2, which says, which of the following is a milch variety of cattle? See, for your examination for NABARD Grade A 2021, the chances of having this question related to a particular breed of a cattle or poultry or breed of any livestock, they are very high. So do not skip this particular type. It is very important. It has been observed that since past 1 or 2 years, the questions from cattle, they have come asking about the breed of both cattle and poultry, and not only one question but more than one question. So do not skip this particular topic. And in fact, we have one particular separate video that is solely on the breeds of cattle. You can check that out, and the description, sorry, the link to which is given in the description box. Do check it, so you have better understanding of this particular topic. And the correct answer, as most of the people say, is first, that is Sahiwal. It is a milch variety. What is a milch variety? We did this in our previous lecture also. Milch variety is nothing but the variety which produces or which gives milk, or which is reared for what? For the milk purpose. All right. So this is how a Sahiwal variety looks like. And yeah, if we talk about Sahiwal, so it originally belongs to Montgomery. It is particularly it is a district that is present, that exists in present day Pakistan. Okay, in if we talk about India, then it is found in Punjab region, Haryana, UP, Delhi, Bihar, MP. So in these region, this variety of cattle, it is found. And if we talk about this breed, it is known with different names also, and the name are Lola. Why? Because it has loose skin. As you can see here, it has loose skin, so that is why it is known as Lola. Or Lambi Bar, Montgomery, Multani, Teli. These are the other names that has been given to this particular variety. Sorry, breed. Right. So it is best indigenous dairy breed. What is indigenous? That belongs to India only, or that has always been in India. Indigenous basically means native, native to a particular land. And do not get confused that if it belongs to Pakistan, how is it native to India? Because it has been here since the India was undivided, right? So if we talk about the yield that it gives, so under village condition, what is village condition? Village condition is when we do not have any intention of having a big setup or startup or big company for milk products or milk produce. Normal conditions, like if you have if you are rearing a particular cow, and whatever milk it is giving, you are just consuming it, or you are just selling it, whatever, that is called village condition. So under village condition, it gives 1350 kg, while under commercial it gives 2100 kg. Okay, now if we talk about age of first calving is basically giving birth, that is 32 to 36 months, and calving interval is what? 15 months. All right, so I hope that is clear to you all. Yes. And rest of the categories, they belong to the they belong to the mixture, that is rot and milch both category. Yeah. So basically, male, they are used for labor purpose also for the rest, and female, they are used for milk. Now question number 3, it says ICAR, Central Avian Research Institute, is situated at. See, these type of questions, that which institute of ICAR is situated where, it has been asked in your examination since last 4 years. Okay, so this is something that you can say that yes, every year a question is asked from this. And how to learn or memorize, or where to get this data, it is, if you haven't joined our course, or you can join our MCQ course also. But if you want to refer to Google only, you can search for ICAR institutes. In that, you'll get the data where the particular institute is and how many there are. Okay, so here we're looking at Central Avian Research Institute. Why I'm saying so? Because it comes in your examination, right? So if it comes, then you should do it. And how to memorize this? Because there are around 160 something institutes. So just go for 10 institutes daily, so that you can retain them also. Okay, so the correct answer to this is yes, the answer is option number 4, that is Izzat Nagar, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so if we talk about this avian is basically related to birds. Avian is birds, and it deals with what? It deals with poultry science, including everything. What is the genetics, breeding, nutrition, feed technology, and avian physiology and production. Means basically whatever that is related to poultry or avian research, because if we are considering them for agriculture purpose, that is for livestock, we would be needing them for better or high yield, right, in terms of eggs, in terms of meat quality, meat quantity, right? So everything, that all the research that is done, in which the particular institute is there for it, and the name of it is Central Avian Research Institute of India, and it is situated in Izzatnagar, Uttar Pradesh. I hope this particular question is clear, and this particular type is also clear, that what type of question is asked in your examination. All right. So now comes the question number 4, and the question number 4, it says, which of the following is a biofortified variety of wheat rice wheat rich in zinc and iron? Okay, biofortified is nothing but you can say incorporated some genes, or you have developed or modified it, you have modified a particular variety. So this particular, there is a particular biofortified variety of wheat, and which is rich in what? Which is rich in zinc and iron. Most of them are most of you are saying 4 2 4 says 4B2. Okay, so the correct answer to this is option number 1, that is WB02. This is the variety of wheat, while the rest, they are variety of rice. Okay, we'll look at them one by one. So first we'll go for CR Dhan 310. That is a variety of, first of all, rice. Okay. Secondly, it is high in protein. While in question, what was asked about the zinc and iron, right? And basically the protein, it is 10.3% that is present, and this particular variety, it was released in 2016 for the areas of Odisha, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Why not all the states? Because depending on what type of climate is required for that particular crop and everything else like that. Okay, and this particular breed variety of what, of rice, it was developed by ICAR, National Rice Research Institute, Cuttack, Odisha. Okay, so see, in this particular point only, we got to know, okay, so there is one variety of rice named CR Dhan 310. Okay, varieties can also be asked in your exam, just like this question was, right? Then we got to know it was rich in what? It was rich in protein. Apart from that, we got to know the states where this particular variety, it is sown. Apart from that, we also got to know that there is a rice research institute, that is where in Cuttack, and also that particular institute, it made what? It made this particular variety. Okay, so that is about CR Dhan 310. Then comes the DRR Dhan 45. This is also a variety of rice, and it is high in zinc. Okay, and apart from that, it was released in 2016 in the areas of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And it was made by whom? It was developed by Indian Institute of Rice Research, Hyderabad, Telangana. Do not get confused. First one is national, this one is National Rice Research Institute, while the second one, it is what? It is Indian Institute of Rice Research. That is why they belong to some different places. Okay, now next comes DRR Dhan 49. It is also variety of rice, high in zinc. Both are high in zinc, but you can look at the amount to in which they are present, right? And also in the areas where they are sown. It was released in 2018 for Gujarat, Maharashtra and Kerala. And this particular variety, it was developed by ICAR, Institute of Rice Research, Hyderabad, Telangana, same as that of DRR Dhan 45. So why they are different if they both have zinc? Why they are two different varieties? Because of the amount of zinc that is present in it, and also to the areas where they are sown, right? Because again, as I said before also, a particular area, it has particular climate, right, that can be suitable for a particular crop or not. Okay, so next, that was our question and answer also, that was WB02. It is a variety of what? It is a variety of wheat, and that is rich in what? It is rich in zinc and iron. So it is rich in zinc also, it is rich in iron also. And it was released in 2017 for Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Rajasthan region. And in Rajasthan, two places were excluded, that is Kota and Udaipur. This particular section, that excluding which region, it won't be asked in your examination. And rest apart from that, we have Western Uttar Pradesh, Jammu and Katwa district of Jammu Kashmir and Kashmir. Then we have Paonta Valley of and Una district of Himachal Pradesh, and Tarai region of Uttarakhand. And this particular variety, it was developed by ICAR, Indian Institute of Wheat and Barley Research. So I hope this particular thing is clear to you all. And in this particular explanation, we have learned a lot about different things, and not only the answer that was related to our question, right? So next question 5, it says, which of the following mushroom type is known as elixir of life? Elixir of life, this particular name is given to a particular type of mushroom, and you have to guess the correct answer. uh, Mushroom, they are a rich source of all the nutrients, especially phosphorus and other nutrients, and that is why you should consume mushrooms at least twice or thrice a week, twice at least, right? Talking about the answer, the correct answer is answer number 1, that is shiitake mushroom. Okay. If we go for this, I'll show the picture also. This is how a shiitake mushroom looks like. Okay. Here spelling is double I. Okay. So yeah, note that. Okay, so shiitake mushroom is the correct answer, and it is a Japanese, this particular variety. It first, it was cultivated, or it was observed in Japan, and hence the name it was given by that only. So the Japanese wood mushroom, its name is, so the name of shiitake, the scientific name or biological name of shiitake mushroom is what? It is Lentinula edodis. Okay, so this is the name, and commonly it is known as shiitake. Why is it known as elixir of life? Because it has a lot of rich, it is very rich in nutrient, first of all, and secondly, at you can say in ancient times, it was pretty much used in medicinal properties in China as well as Japan. So because it is used in medicines since long, that is why it is known as elixir of life. Elixir is basically something that keeps you alive, or you can say immortal, that adds on life to your existing life. That what elixir of life means, and that is why it is known like that. Apart from that, you should know it is the second largest mushroom cultivated, okay, in the world, after Agaricus bisporus. What is Agaricus bisporus? Could you tell me? Looking at the option, the scientific name of the particular thing is, particular mushroom is given, that is Agaricus bisporus. What is the common name of it? Okay. Yeah, so right, you're right. So the correct answer is button mushroom. Okay, so button mushroom, it is grown, it is the largest mushroom cultivated, and after that it comes the shiitake we are talking about in the world. Okay, and it is famous for both its culinary is normal eating, the food eating that we do, and cooking purpose, and second is medicinal, it has medicinal properties. It is often known as elixir of life, and it is also known as fragrant mushroom because it gives fragrance, it imparts fragrance. Okay, and where is it grown? It is grown on the trunks of fallen trees, mainly oak and chestnut. Okay, so this particular, it prefers to grow in oak and on oak and chestnut. Okay, so yeah, so this was question number 5. Yeah, these are the other mushrooms. I've added this slide so that you have an idea how it looks like. So first is button mushroom, and then this one is button mushroom. This is how button mushroom looks like, that you usually eat, right? This is oyster mushroom. It is quite it it is quite grown in northern region of India. And this is paddy straw mushroom. So it is white initially, and then it shifts to, or it changes its colors to somewhat black. And why paddy straw? Because this particular mushroom, it grows on paddy straw. Okay, so yeah, now question number 6, it says alluvial soil is rich in. So every soil, it has particular nutrients in it, right? You have to guess that in alluvial soil, which of the following nutrients or minerals are present. Okay, and to look at our first video, you can look at the playlist that is available in our YouTube channel. That would be with the same name of our mega revision series. So alluvial soil is rich in, people are saying one, and then say two, And the correct answer to this is option number 1, that is potash and lime. Okay, so this is how a alluvial soil looks like. So basically what it is the most available soil in India. I have added this question because it is the most available soil that is present in India. Okay, it is mainly from anti-soil soil order. Okay, so if you have seen yesterday's lecture, I want to ask, yesterday I talked, or I, in the question it was asked, black soil is related, what is the soil order of black soil, right? So answer me, comment what was the answer, or if you still remember the answer. Let's see how much good retaining power do you have. Okay, so hmm okay. So that answer to that was vertisol. Okay, so similarly, alluvial soil, they also have soil order, and it is what? It is the anti-soil soil order. Okay, and how these alluvial soils, how they are formed? Basically, when river it flows, it carries stone, it breaks the stone into finer particles, right? And then it carries those sediments to somewhere new place. Okay, so these are what? These are then called as alluvial soil, and these can be of two type. One is khadar, one is bhangar. When this is the newer soil, or the freshly the river it has moved that particular sediments, then it is known as what? It is known as khadar soil. And if now uh, after that particular displacement, now that soil it is in a particular region for larger or longer time, then it changes some of its property, and it changes into what? It changes the name, it changes into bhangar, that is the older alluvium. Okay, now there's also one thing, that more sandy and clay soil, what does it mean? See, because khadar, how the soil is formed, when rocks they keep on breaking down into finer soil particles, right? So because this khadar, it is newer soil, so the particles would be comparatively larger in size, right? But when they stay at that particular place, again erosion, you can say breaking down or the weathering of those particular particles, it occurs, and it becomes finer and finer and finer, and ultimately it turns into clay soil. If we talk about color, it becomes light gray to ash gray, and texture is sandy to silty loam or clay. Do not get confused. If we talk about texture, it is sand, silt and clay. Clay is quite fine, sand is coarse in nature, and silt is in between of both. But when we go for sandy soil, clay soil, then we say loamy soil. So loam is nothing but silt only. Okay, now question number 7, it says recommended seed rate of rice by transplanting method is. Yesterday I also said seed rate could be asked, so that is why I incorporated this question, so that if you don't know, now you'll get to know. Okay, so the correct answer to this particular thing is option number 1, that is 50 to 60 kg per hectare. All right, and here I have enlisted all the kind of seed rate that is used in many practices for rice, so that you have a better understanding of this particular thing. Okay, so for transplanting it is 50 to 60. For broadcasting, transplanting is when you grow crops for some time in nursery, and then you transplant it to the main field. Broadcasting is what? Randomly throwing seeds in a field. Dibbling and drilling, this is a method when we sow the length in a particular depth. It could be done manually, that is dibbling and drilling, by machines or animal power. Then we have hybrid rice, that is they are, because they are advanced in terms of genes, right? They're or quality, that is why they are required in lesser number. Seed rate is quite good for that, so that is 15 kg per hectare. Then SRI method, SRI is a systematic rice intensification, and for it we require 6 to 8 kg per hectare rice seed rate. Okay, so I hope this particular thing it is clear to you all. Next, question number 8, it says, as per 2011 census, how much percentage of the total rural population in India is literate? Okay, so you have to guess the correct answer for this. So the correct answer to this is not actually this, it is 68.9. Okay, look at this. Okay, it is 68.9, because 74% it is the total India's literacy rate, and for rural it is 68.9, and urban literacy it is 685. When we talk about whole India, then it is 74%. If you're looking at only the rural literacy rate, then it is 68.9, but if we are looking at urban literacy rate, it is 85%. Okay, so this particular, you can just go through particular 2011 census, because in any government exam, not only NABARD, question can come from this census, because it tells about the data or the whatever statistical information that we have of our country. Okay, so that is why you should go for 2011 census at least once, or before examination just go through it. Okay, so next question, it says tetrazolium test determine the level of activities of which enzyme? Of enzyme, like you have to answer which enzyme. So tetrazolium is a kind of test that is done in seeds to determine some kind of enzyme, and you have to guess that which of the enzyme is that. So the correct answer to this is option number 4. Sorry, I don't know, there's some, you can say, errors in the slide, but pardon for that. Okay, so basically this I'll go just for the particular explanation. So tetrazolium test, it is a test of seed viability in which colorless tetrazolium solution. Basically what happens, what is seed viability? Okay, seed viability is nothing but how you can say alive the seed is. If you for example, if you give that particular seed a particular condition, or a good condition to grow, will it grow or not? That is what a seed viability tells us. Okay, and what happens in this particular tetrazolium test, tetrazolium itself, it is colorless in nature. Okay, but so what happens, what you have done, this particular tetrazolium, you have taken tetrazolium solution, it is colorless in nature, and then you mix it what, with the seeds. Okay, if it turns into red, okay, if the color of now the solution, the color, it turns into red, it means it has what, it has formazan. Okay, it has formazan. Do not do not go for it, these options, they are not right. Okay, so now I guess this particular thing is clear. To check the seed viability, if you give the seeds a particular condition, would they grow or not, tetrazolium test is performed. Tetrazolium solution in itself is what, it is colorless in nature. When you add seeds to it, or when you add the solution to seed, whatever be the case, if formazan is present in seeds, it means this particular enzyme formazan is what, it is an enzyme. So what we do, it would turn red into color. So if the solution, it turns red into color, it means there are living tissues present in it. But if it does not change its color, it still remains colorless, it means that particular seed is what, it is dead. Okay, so in live cells, what is present, which enzyme is present, it is formazan is present. Okay, I hope this particular thing, it is clear to you all. Okay, and that is how you can differentiate that which seeds are viable and which seeds are not. Okay, now we'll go for question number 10, which says buttoning of cauliflower is due to the deficiency of. Okay, so in this particular section, that is the plant mineral nutrition. Okay, different types of you can say different types of deficiencies due to the minerals. Okay, that is all in that particular chapter. So due to the deficiency of one of the following minerals, a particular condition occurs, and that is the buttoning of cauliflower, and you have to guess that which of the following option is the correct one. And yes, most of you are right. The correct answer is option number 1, that is what, that is nitrogen. Okay, so yesterday we did a question on the excess of, when the excess of nitrogen occur, what kind of formality occurs in a plant, and comment down what was the answer to that. Here we are doing about buttoning of cauliflower. In this, what happens, see, I'll show you pictures also to have a better understanding of it. if we go for normal deficiency, because this buttoning of cauliflower, it is a specific case, right? But here in this particular thing, we're looking at first we'll go for deficiency of nitrogen. How to check if there is a particular plant it is deficient in nitrogen or not? The particular yellowing of leaves, see, you must have seen yellowing of leaves, right? But it is not always due to the deficiency of water. It can be due to the other reasons also, right? So in this particular picture, you can see there's a V shape that is formed, that is at present at the end of the leaves, right? So this is what this occurs if you observe this kind of pattern, this kind of yellowing in any plant, it means it is deficient in what? It is deficient in nitrogen. So this is a basic symptom that a plant shows, okay? And it always happens to the older leaves. Why? Because older leaves, they are gonna die anyway, right? So whenever there is deficiency of this particular mineral, that is nitrogen, in a plant, the nutrient or mineral, it moves to the younger leaves, because younger leaves, they require more attention, more pampering, more nutrients, right? So that is why these symptoms, they are shown in, or they are observed in older leaves. Okay, we have this V-shaped pale yellowing, and specifically for cauliflower we have buttoning in cauliflower, which looks something like this, that is shown in your slide. Okay, I hope this is clear. And yes, blossom abortion, yes, Shrikant, he said the right answer, the question that we did yesterday. Good job. And this particular thing is buttoning in cauliflower, and I hope this particular topic, it is clear to you all. Okay, next question number 11, it says Herekum Dam is located in which state? So you're looking at, these are much of a static portion, or you can say the basic things that you should know. Why this particular dam question is in ARD static? Because these dam projects, they are done for what? They are useful for the agriculture irrigation purpose also, and that is why this particular thing, it is present in our ARD static portion. Okay, so yeah, everyone says 1 1. So the correct answer to this is option number 1, that is Odisha. Okay, and if we look for, see, this is how the Herekum Dam, it looks like. It is across which river? It is across the Mahanadi river, and it is in the state of Odisha. Now of course behind it, so this dam is forward, so we would have Herekum reservoir, right? And it is one of the first major multi-purpose river valley projects started after India's independence. First of all, it is one of the major projects because after India's independence, the much of the work was the much of the focus, it was given on development, right? And development includes agriculture also, and that is why this dam is one of the major contributor for our agriculture projects, and it is a multi-purpose river valley project. Why multi-purpose word is given? For we use for agriculture also, for electricity purpose, for different purposes we use this particular dam, right? And it is more than twice the area of Sri Lanka. So this particular dam, it is quite big, you can say, right? And if you go for its stretch, how much its length is, it is the Lakshmi Dungi hills on the left and the Chandili Dunguri hills on the right. So means it is the end points to the left and to the right of this particular hill. Okay, so this is question number 11. Now question number 12, it says which of the following crop is salt tolerant? Okay, so salt tolerant basically means that the soil, it has soils, they have minerals, right? But sometimes what happens, such minerals are present in abundance which are harmful for the plant, so those are termed as salt. Okay, so you have to guess that which of the following crop is salt tolerant, means it can actually survive in that condition, right? So the correct answer to this is option number 3, that is cotton, right? Many people, they are correct. Okay, now here is the particular table. So I have purposely made it because in your one of the previous question, one one of this was asked, right? So that is why I've given the whole table, so that you just don't go for highly tolerant. You know about the sensitive crops also, and you know the moderately tolerant also. What are moderately tolerant? It means if the salts they are present in lesser quantity, they can survive. Okay, so here's the category cotton that was asked in a question, and the rest of it which were asked, they were all from the salt sensitive category. Okay, so this particular table you can find in the PDF, and for PDF you can you have to join or you can get the PDF from our Telegram channel, and the link to which is given in the description box. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear, because I cannot recite everything, right? So that is why you have to take PDF or screenshot or pause the video, whatever you would like, right? So we'll come to question number 2. Question number second, that is, the seed of succeeding crop is broadcast in maturing rice crop. This type of rice-based cropping system is called. Rice-based cropping system is basically the system in which rice, it is the crop that is, you can say, the main crop. Yeah. So if you're growing rice with some another crop, but the main crop, the main focus, the main area that is acquired by rice, then we will call it rice-based cropping system. Now in this particular thing, the question says, in this particular rice based cropping system, if you have sown, if you have grown rice, and before it reached to its maturity state, you have done what? You have sown the seed of the succeeding crop. Succeeding means the crop that you will going to grow next, but you have already sown them when this was going to reach the maturity stage. So what which of the following option is known as this type of particular system? Okay, so the correct answer to this is, actually it is 4, that is all of the above. These three, you can say these three are synonyms. Okay, so these can be used interchangeably. Relay, para, utera, you can say whatever. In different places it is known as different name. These all are synonyms. Relay, para, utera, remember that, because maybe to not make it obvious, the examiner, it may won't ask relay, but it would ask para or utera. So that is why this particular thing is incorporated, so that you should know that everything that is same only. Okay, now what happens, and when we grow succeeding crop, mostly they belong to the leguminosae family, so that whatever nitrogen deficient the crop the soil has become, it can be replenished. And that is what kind can be grown, that is lentil, gram, pea, lathyrus, berseem, linseed. Okay, anything that is grown. And this practice, why this practice is done? To save time. First of all, time would be saved, because until then the seed the seed would start germinating until this particular crop it reaches to maturity. Then it saves money to be spent on land preparation, because you have to do tillage and everything, and you have to prepare land. And utilizes residual fertility. What is this residual fertility? Residual fertility basically means, if some fertilizers or that fertilizer, manure, whatever it was sown there, so that could be utilized by what, by the seeds of the succeeding crops, or whatever fertility that was was supposed to be taken by rice, now it would be taken by the succeeding crops. Okay, yeah, so that is how something in the systems look, because see here, when the harvesting was done, until then this particular crop it was grown. Okay, so next question number 14, it says coconut can be propagated through which of the following techniques? So coconut propagated means to grow, right? To So you have to guess which of the technique that is followed in coconut. Okay, and the correct answer to this is option number 1, that is seedling, and it looks something like this. So the coconut seedlings, it looks something like this. And how they are propagated? They are propagated through seedlings. Second, you have to check how old the seedling is. The seedling should be 9 to 12 months old. Okay, and then you have how you would select if there are 6 to 8 leaves that are present in that particular 9 to 12 old seedling, and if the collar girth, it is what, it is 10 to 12 centimeter in radius, then it is considered best for what, not radius but yeah, diameter, then it is considered best for seedling purpose. Okay, so yeah, So this was the question. So you should know the propagatory method, which particular vegetation, what type of method is used. Okay. Now question number 15, it says the breaking of hard pan without inversion and with less disturbance of topsoil is called. What is hard pan? Basically, when your soil, it becomes hard, it is, you know, you can say it is not impregnable, that what a hard pan is, and with less disturbance of topsoil. So basically there are two layer, there are topsoil, subsoils, okay, or everything is that, as you have to look at the method. And the correct answer to this is no, some people are wrong, many are right. The correct answer to this is option number 2, that is subsoiling. Okay, see now what happens. Soil, it has two layers, that is the surface soil, and then we have the subsoil. Okay, now the question in itself is asked that the topsoil, it should not be disturbed. So how do you gonna remove the hard pan, and how this hard pan are caused? Imagine if you're using a tractor in a particular land. Okay, you use a tractor for various activities, right? So now what happens, but you do tillage also. Tillage is what, where the upside down of the upper layer of the soil, right? Now what happens, so the upper soil is loose, while because of the continuous use of tractor in that field, the you can imagine if you're giving pressure in a particular thing, the lower part, it becomes compact and compact, and it then hardens, right? Similar things happens in the subsoil region. In the subsoil region, what happens, this particular soil, it keeps on hardening due to the pressure that is exerted by the tractor. Now what would happen, the roots, now your surface soil is quite loose, but your subsoil, it is very hard. Leaves, it would not be able to penetrate it, right? Because of the hardiness of that particular soil, because of the hard pans. That is why this particular technique is used, that is known as what, that is known as the subsoiling. And in this, as you can look at the diagram also, in this, see, it is penetrated deep down, not much of the surface soil is disturbed. Of course, some of it would be disturbed if you have to go to the subsoil, but not much is disturbed. And then what is done, this subsoil, you can say, see, this is the hard side and this is the breakage that has been done, right? So this particular method, it is done for, so this is known as what, this is known as subsoiling. Okay, so I hope this particular concept is clear. Next question number 16, it says propping is one of the important intercultural practice followed in which of the following crops. So propping, what are intercultural operation? When you have sown the seeds and till the harvest, you have to do many activities in the field, right? So those are known as intercultural operations. And you have to look at, you have to guess that propping is done in what. Okay, so here are the 5 options, and the correct option is, yeah, so the correct answer is option number 1, that is sugar cane. I'll show you the picture also, how it is, what is it like. You're looking at the picture, it is tied down here, you can look at. Okay, so propping is basically what, see what, generally what happens, the stem of the sugar cane, they keep on falling down, right? So they keep on falling down, due to which the yield is affected a lot. So what happens, generally, after this particular interculture is done, in which what happens, the sugar cane stems, they are what, they are tied down with the help of the leaf or anything like that. This particular thing is known as propping. Okay, to do what, to check lodging of cane. Lodging of cane is that only, that it keeps on falling down. Okay, and you can tie leaves in that, and it is generally practiced in sugarcane and banana. In banana also this particular technique is followed, banana plant. Okay, so propping, so if asked propping, it is done in both sugarcane and banana. So we have covered 2 in this particular one question, right? 2 answers in this particular question. Now question 17, it says soil moisture or water that is tightly held by the soil particles. Okay, so we know, so, water is present in soil. Okay, so there are different kind of names that has been assigned to the kind of, or the water that is available in the soil. You have to guess for which one, you have to guess which is tightly held tightly by the soil particles. Okay, so you have to guess that one. So yeah, I'm looking at the answers. Yeah, right, many of you are saying correct. Okay, so the answer is option number 4, that is hygroscopic water. Okay, so in next question we'll cover everything so that you have a better understanding of this concept. First of all, what is rhizig water? Whatever water, soil water that is available is known as rhizig water. Okay, so if water that is available in soil, we can say it is rhizig water. Okay, now it is further of three types. One is gravitational, then we have capillary, then we have hygroscopic. Gravitational water is what? Basically what happens when we provide water in the field or in the soil, it moves down, it percolates down. Okay, percolation is what? It is the downward movement of water in the soil. So it percolates down due to the effect of gravity. Because gravity exists, the water, it keeps on flowing downward and downward and downward. Okay, so that free water that moves down, that moves through the different layer of soil under the influence of gravity, it is known as what? It is known as gravitational water. Okay, and it is found in macropores. So what is meant by the macropores? Means pores, they are bigger in size. Because there is much space present, gravity would act and this water would go down. Next comes capillary water. So it is not like that every water it percolates down. Some of the water it is left in the soil particles only, right? So whatever water that is left behind in the soil pores after this particular downward pull of water or gravitational water, it moves down. Whatever left behind for the plant for use is known as what? It is known as capillary water. Okay, next from hygroscopic water. One kind of water it is also present, like in soil. If soil it is there, it is strongly attached to these soil particles. When some of the water that is strongly attached to this water due to the ionic exchange, okay, so this water now it is strongly attached to soil, so it is not available for the plant to use. Okay, because it has already engaged with the soil particle, so it would not leave that particular soil particle and it won't be available for the plant. So the only water that is available for plant is capillary water. This you should know, and you have understand now, I guess. Okay, and hygroscopic water, it is not available for plant. Gravitational water is not available for plant. Okay, so we know water, it has soil moisture, it has a lot of influence on the physical, chemical and biological characteristic of soil. Okay, how it's done. Now next 18 question, it says gray revolution is related to. This particular question, it was first observed in your NABARD 2020. So first time it was asked a question from a particular revolution. Okay, in question it was not gray revolution, but for better understanding I have incorporated one of the revolution, so you have an idea. In your question previous year it was asked about blue revolution. Okay, but here question gray revolution has been asked, and the correct answer to this is, yeah, many are correct, that is option number 2, that is the fertilizer production. Okay, so gray revolution, see, one more thing, do not ever get confused if you read some other example in that particular thing, because it can happen for more than one thing the particular name is used. For example, gray revolution is used for both wool also and growth in the use of fertilizer also. As golden revolution, it is used for both fruits also and for honey also. Similarly, gray revolution is used for wool also and use of fertilizer also. So if you read somewhere that for gray fertilizer it is related to wool, so do not just freak out that ma'am has taught that, right? So it is related to this fertilizers, and it started when the green revolution started. Green revolution, it started in 1960s and 70s in India to focus on the grains in the northern region, right? So at that time only fertilizers were also in focus. So yeah, that is what gray revolution. Next question, it says World Forestry Day is celebrated every year on. As I asked one question yesterday also, one question is today also. Okay, so you have to guess World Forestry Day is celebrated every year on. Right? Yeah. So the correct answer to this is option number. There's a lot of mistake in this slide. I apologize, and whatever PDF will provide to you, it would be all corrected, right? So the correct answer to this is what? The correct answer is 21st March. Okay, and it is known as the International Day of Forest. Okay, and this particular day is 21st March. It is celebrated as the International Day of Forest. And this particular theme of this particular 2021, it was forest restoration, a path to recovery and well-being. Okay, so the theme, every year theme is given, right? There is an aim and agenda for that particular year, and for this year 2021 it was forest restoration, a path to recovery and well-being. Okay, and why this particular forestry day is celebrated? To address the climatic change and biodiversity crisis, because every day it is heard that this species has extinct, this species has been extinct, right? To focus on that, and also to help climatic change, because forests, they help us to reduce the carbon dioxide level, right? So yeah, so you means you have to check at what days what day is celebrated. Okay, so the main concept is uh, to introduce you to what type of questions they are asked in exam. Now the last question, that is question number 20, last question for today. It says seeds should be stored at a safe moisture level of what percent. Okay, so basically the seed, when they are stored for to grow them for the next season, right, or whenever it is required, if the moisture quantity is more, it can germinate priorly to what is required, right? But or if the moisture is less, it can die. Okay, so you have to tell us at which particular percent it is ideal for the seed storage. Okay, and the correct answer to this is, that is option number 2, that is 9 to 13%. Okay, so that is again, high moisture content will lose its germination vigor and viability soon. What is germination vigor and viability? Viability is nothing but if you're given as we discussed in previous question also, if the particular condition is given to that particular seed, would it grow or not? And secondly is germination vigor. Vigor is again how fast it can grow, how fast or slow it can grow. Okay, and safe moisture level is given, what it is, 9 to 13%. And there is particular instrument also to measure the moisture content of the seed, and it is the digital moisture meter. The name of the instrument is digital moisture meter. It can just check and tell that if so it will give you the numerical value. So if it is 19 to 30, it is ideal. If it does not, then it is not. Okay, I hope this particular concept is clear. And for more questions on seed and sowing, you can check a separate video that is also MCQ based. In that we have covered the whole topic. We have tried to cover all the concept of seeds and sowing in that, and you can find the link in the description box regarding that. So yeah, that is all for today. We'll meet again tomorrow with another sets of questions that are most relatable for your examination. Okay, so yeah, that is all for today. I hope this particular session, it was fruitful you all, and we'll meet again next time. Until then, thank you and keep studying hard.